HSP presents The Pulse. And now with your hosts, Dr. Quack and the important one, Mr. Mayhem.
Well, hello, everyone. Welcome to The Pulse. I'm Dr. Quack, and I got my co-host here this time. Sorry, Jeff and John are not a part of this show, but we've got the important one, Mr. Mayhem.
Right, I'm the important one, Mr. Mayhem. It's the first time in a long time the Pulse is actually telling the truth.
For the first time ever, can you believe it?
Well, not first time ever, first time in a long time that you and me have been hosting it together. But Jeff, he had some important emergency family business to take care of. We offered to do this show for free because what the business Jeff had to take care of was very important. And we are, despite what the fact Hollywood Haywood says, we are caring bosses.
Yeah, I mean, I can't believe, like, he's on there live now. Didn't want to come on The Pulse, said he didn't want to talk to you because you haven't answered his challenge.
I did. The answer was no.
He didn't like that answer.
If he's going to stomp his feet and suck his thumb, he might as well put a diaper on and we'll call it Baby Wood.
Oh, man, I'm telling you. And we got a lot of people in the back here tonight. We're going to talk everything Firestarter. First, I'm going to bring on one of the competitors on this card here. Ladies and gentlemen, the promodontist, Brick Johnson.
I blame Hollywood Haywood because I asked for one of his cashews and he messed with my internet connection.
He messed with your internet connection?
Yes. I asked for, I'm like, can I have one cashew? No, I'm revoking your internet connection. I had to talk to IT and get a different server this time. Man, that's why I'm late.
Through a lot of shows. I'm wondering what's going on with all that. But we also have two other greats back here. We have the man himself giving his insight on all this. Villain.
By the way, I did find Hollywood.
Well, that's about Hollywood. I think that's a little small for Hollywood. I think he needs one bigger than that.
I don't know. You said this is too small?
Yeah, I think that's a little small for Hollywood.
All right, I guess I got to go find a new baby bottle for him. I'll send John and make sure John.
Probably this big and that wide. I'm just making sure they're
something to fill that big mouth of his.
Oh my goodness!
How about a 2-liter bottle?
Backstage here, we have not seen in a while, in a long time. He's not my boss. He's not your boss. He is the boss, Boss Elite.
It's boss time.
You know what it is. Buy my merch.
Buy your merch. Yes.
Ooh, look at you. You're all spiffy up tonight.
Merch.
Yeah, looking strong, looking healthy. Boss is looking great.
Yes, he is. And, you know, since we got one of the competitors here on this show, let's start with his match. Brick Johnson against Rig. You know, I seen you on Monday night, you know, trying to control that situation with Rig. How did that feel?
You know, I zoned out a little bit. So my apologies if I was a little angry, but I had some fire I had to get out because he's just a pain in my ass. Ever since I decided to go and do an analyst role and I was the quitter, he never let me that down. And then he thinks because he's 5.5 points over me that he's going to win. So...
Well, I'll put it to you like this, Brick. I was the only person on the posting who on the questions of that I wanted to see you versus Rig because I've seen the Brick, and I believe Rig has pissed off Brick Johnson to bring out the Brick, and I hope that's what we get.
Well, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over and expecting different results, but you're still getting the same. So I had to do something different this time.
Okay.
I'm looking forward to it.
All right. I got one more person in the back. You ready to see who it is?
Oh. No.
This is a pen.
No. It is the current #1 contender for the Pure Heart Championship, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Wallace.
Chill. What's up, fellas? Always a pleasure to be here on the post. We got the Quack in the building. Important one here in the building. My man B, my man Brick, Villain in the building. Of course, OG, triple OG, boss. What's up, bro?
You know, just being a shot caller.
Oh, always.
And I might as well put it out here on the a plug, since everybody's been hearing buy Boss's merch. This is specifically just for Bossellini merch. We want you to buy everybody's merch. But now till August 15th, HSP will 100% cover any proceeds made by buying something Bossellini related. So let's help out Bossellini. Buy your Boss merch and help out everybody else. Buy everybody's merch, but make sure you take care of Bossellini as well.
I need to get some stickers,
Yeah, all sorts of stuff
notebooks.
there. I want to ask you three there. I want to talk about Villain, Bossellini, and Mr. Wallace in that order, I guess. Who do you feel is going to win that match between Brick Johnson and Rig?
Are we
Villain,
starting?
go ahead.
I honestly, no offense, Brick. I hope both of you guys jump off a bridge.
Oh,
Yeah, I hope you jump off a bridge too.
Every time, like everything comes for a reason. It's like since you've come back, and I hope this fires you up for this show. I hope this fires you up a little bit more because I would love to see you take out Rig. I would love it. What have you done since you come out of retirement? What's your record? Like we keep hearing that you come out of retirement, that you're on your retirement tour, and what has happened in it? I know I haven't been able to keep full track, so I figured to ask.
Well, wait till after the match, and then we can have a one-on-one, and then I'll show you what coming back means.
Oh man,
you do realize but since you've come back, we've already faced off once. Yeah, it was not under the banner of the great HSP, but I even showed everybody when I'm not at my 100%, I still found a way to destroy you. And yet you want me at my 100%?
You didn't technically destroy me. It was actually, they said it was by a little bit. So you didn't technically destroy me. So, I mean, you still won, yes. And I know it was a win, but you did destroy me.
Well,
we'll
find out, man, if you guys get that return match. But, Boss, how do you feel about that match?
I think it's going to be an interesting match because it depends on if it's Brick Johnson that comes out or if it is the Brick. Because Rig is going to bring everything Rig got. He's going to park that on trailer, and he's going to come to fight. But if he faces the Brick, the guy who has been a multi-time champion in other places, Rig might be in a world of hurt. And that 5 points that Vegas is giving might be a deficit at the end of the day.
Might be.
I think we're going to be changing Brick Johnson's name to Jacob Break.
Oh, man. Mr. Wallace, let's get with you on this. 5.5 point underdog Brick is.
Ooh, 5.5? Ooh, disrespectful.
The biggest point spread by Vegas they have ever given.
Ooh, that is very disrespectful. Look.
Really? Even with Sir Captain being in the building?
Yes.
Oh, my gosh.
I thought the biggest was 6.
Nope, 5.5 by Brick Johnson. The lowest one behind that was 4. That was AEP against Storyteller a couple months ago. But anyways, how do you feel about that?
I think that's an injustice to Brick Johnson. Look, I get what Villain is saying, but you got to understand what I saw on Conqueror TV this past Monday and what I've been seeing from Brick on the post the last few weeks. Rig has found a way to really get under his skin and really piss him off. And you've been seeing the brick coming out of JP and look.
Look at that. And that is from Rig there. Should have been 6.
Wow.
Look, disrespectful.
Hey, look. I think Vegas might have been dabbling in my little medicine cabinet.
They might have.
Yeah, they might have been dabbling in my medicine cabinet. Look. Y'all gotta stop disrespecting Brick like that. See, this is what happens when you put a wounded animal in the corner and has his back against the wall. He's either gonna lay down or he's gonna fight. And what I've been seeing from Brick lately, he ain't laying down. And look, I'm calling it right now. Don't be surprised if Brick walks out with that dub.
Oh my goodness!
Now,
I'm on the Mr. Wallace train on that one. I want to see Brick pull off the win on this one.
Now, Mr. Wallace, I have a question for you real quick because you're a respected promo artist all over the place. And when does it come time where what you have seen on Conquer TV, his hypes, when will that actually translate to actually a promo? It's like you get all hyped up and seeing this, and then all of a sudden he just disappears when it comes during the promo. So, Brick, I hope this fires you up. I hope you get fired up even more because I am ready to see this supposed Brick.
See, I sat there for many, many hours in the truck watching Riggs matches. Not his truck, but our truck.
I'm about to say, how did you find his truck?
It's not hard to miss. All you hear, you just have to smell the lot.
Are we sure I gave him? Are you sure I gave him back his big rig since I faced him?
You can smell the lot with lizards. Yeah, like a mile away. It's pretty easy. It's pretty easy to find.
Man, we're on fire today.
Smell a little tilapia-ish, right?
Well,
I
do see the keyboard warrior down here. He's always dropped the ball and come match time. I don't know if he's going to come on here. Maybe he'll actually have something to say. But here, I want to move to another match.
Bunch of hot air with him.
Bunch of hot air. Speaking of which, I want to move to another match that involves Rig, and that's the tag team titles. Highway Hellraisers and Era of Reality. Mr. Wallace, what do you got to say about that? How have you been preparing for the champions who have been undefeated?
Well, without giving out too much, I mean, Mr. Wallace, please say to Mr. always does his recon, and I made sure that my partner Young Gun did his recon as well. Now, the only thing that's really going to stop us is, my partner always got some janky-ass Wi-Fi, so that might be the only thing that could take us out because it's damn strength at Highway Hellraisers. So
I was just going to ask about that.
Yeah, so I mean, that's the only thing that I'm really concerned about is if my partner's Wi-Fi is on point, he got his, his setup right.
You did have that problem last match. You get stuck.
Yeah. And that's what I'm worried about. I cannot lie. That is the only thing that has me nervous because I've already shown, and my partner has shown many a times that with these two little, little trolls around here, they don't measure up, and I mean that in the literal sense as well. So, it's really the only thing that can defeat Air Reality in his tag team matches, Air Reality and bad Wi-Fi connection. So, that's why I'm so confident.
Well, I want to go ahead and finish your thought, Mr. Wallace. I had a question.
No, go ahead, important one.
I was going to say, I want to ask the question to you first and then to Bossolini, who's also suffered a little technical problems during the tag team matches. Does that kind of balance the playing field of everybody has to worry about technical difficulties, or do you think it's a proof of one tag team is better than the other because you figure out how to overcome those kind of obstacles?
Well, to really answer that question, I think, I think you have to be prepared for any and everything in these tag team tournaments, tag team matches, because, you never know. It might be, thunder and hail and the monsoon out in somebody's neck of the woods and knocks out their Wi-Fi. You never know. So for me, it's always being prepared for the worst. So you never have to get ready. You always stay ready. So that's always been my motto, is to always stay TTG, trained to go for any and everything. And, a true promo artist knows how to adapt in the midst of chaos. And so if it does happen to come down to that, I'm well confident in Air Reality that we can always bounce back from any technical difficulties.
So real quick question for Dr. Quack, an important one. If there is technical issues, what do the judges think about that? Like, does that play a fact, or do they look past that?
The judges have been specifically instructed not to hold technical difficulties against the performers. But we know they do that. It's, human is human. So we've been in a lot of meetings with our judging committee and with our competition committee, trying to figure out an overcome for this, because unfortunately, the Zuck is always after us. Technology is always against us. And we want to, put this on, from everybody who's competed in tag team matches. Everybody likes the concept.
Mhm.
And I just wish that sometimes our stuff would work a little better. Like Boss had one where he phased out partway through. There was a match that Hodgson froze the entire time. He had no idea that if we could see him or not. So
and he kept going too, and that's what I've always told people. That's a bold strategy. When you're in these live matches, even if you can't see if you're going, you have to keep going because, otherwise the referee in the match will stop the match if needed.
Right.
Yeah,
does that play a
that's the only thing we're trying that we're working on with the committees is do we stop and pause the time or not? Because part of it is, the competition has heard what part of them are going to say. So, we're trying to keep it as fair as we can. So we're still working with the committees, trying to get this all figured out.
Is this Zuckerberg talking?
No, this is actually, it looks like the legendary Tin Man. Somebody's better tell Casper the Dumbass Ghost, also known as the villain, that he's got something coming to him because of all the bullshit he pulled. I think that's a message for you, villain. I don't think that's for me.
Tin Man, quit eating all the damn corn dogs. Keep eating the catering.
Mr. Wallace,
sit in the corner.
Brick, shush. Now, Mr. Wallace, did you actually give some of that good medicine to Tin Man?
Tin
Man is, he's being delusional.
Things here, on the air. We don't know if he did. We don't want to know.
Yeah, we can't discuss that. That's behind closed doors.
Hey, all I know is if I see my medicine cabinet open in my locker, then somebody was sniffing around. But I don't willingly share my medication. All right.
Yeah.
Well, you may need to check him because he's really delusional right now. So.
Well, let's pivot back to the original question.
Maybe Dr. Perpendicular prescribed something for him.
Yeah, let's get back to this.
Yeah, let's pivot back to the tag team match, Air of Reality and Mr. Wallace. So we finished with Mr. Wallace. So, Boss, we'll go to you. I asked the question about the technical issue. Plus, who do you think will win between the Highway Hellraisers and the Air of Reality?
Well, as we see, technical difficulties happen a lot. I mean, I was in a match against the Oompa Loompa twins, and I couldn't hear what was going on. But I carried on, and I was still able to help my partner out. It's just we didn't come on top. And right now, until someone beats them, I got to go. Unfortunately, I got to go with the Highway Hellraisers because I believe some shenanigans is going to happen.
Oh man!
Hey! I give it to the fellas. I mean, they are the inaugural HSP Tag Team Champs. They've been having a stronghold on that division. Look, as confident as I am, in order to be the man, you got to beat the man. And hey, say what you want. Highway Hellraisers been having a stronghold on the tag team championships, but I got a good feeling that the reign is coming to a swift and quickly end once they go up against the Air of Reality.
Yeah, they need to be dropped down on a pedestal just a little bit. And I think Air of Reality, my good man, Mr. Wallace there, don't forget the Mister. I'm pretty sure he can do it.
Yeah. So, Villain, how do you feel about this tag match?
This match is going to be probably the match of the night. And that's with the respect for the Air of Reality and going against, as he says, the Oompa Loompa twins. The technical difficulty part, as long as Mr. Wallace's partner is not trying to go after the Starbucks Wi-Fi again, he should be fine.
I'm telling you,
not Starbucks.
Speed up.
It's
not
Wendy's
Wi-Fi.
See,
That was
A lot of losers were telling me that it was Starbucks. Maybe
Wendy.
maybe it's that new 7-Eleven that's being built by
Oh,
him.
no.
I have no idea. But at the end of the day, I look at it this way: you guys are right. To be the man, you got to be the man. And I actually have faith that the Highway Hellraisers will actually lose this match, just because the unpredictability of the air of reality. Anyone who could pretty much they're at the end of the day, the Highway Hellraisers are really good at one thing, and that's just flapping their guns and saying things fast. The only other team other than the Shot Callers that could do it would be the Air of Reality, and so I could see them beating them in their own game. So I'm gonna have to say Air of Reality on this one.
Brick, you want to take this one?
Yeah, they're like it's like the gorillas. Like, here, let me beat on my chest. I'll show you how big I am and how loud I am. But yet they're still, they're still human. So I think they're gonna get knocked down. I feel like with the whole thing, you get kind of disadvantaged with the whole Wi-Fi thing. I think it should be stopped until it's either fixed or maybe rescheduled like an hour later or something, because it's unfair when, like Boss said, he couldn't hear what they were saying. So how are you gonna be able to rebuttal if you can't hear what the other team's saying?
And that's part of why we've been getting with the committees, because we've noticed it, and it's not just you has brought it to our attention. We want to try and figure out how to make it fair for everybody, but at the same time, we do have to make sure that we don't tip the balances too much. So we are negotiating and working on figuring out how to correct this. And once we have something we think is good, we're going to get with all the champions and ask them what they think of the idea as well.
Yes, that is definitely something.
I shouldn't say, excuse me, I didn't mean to say champions, tag teams.
Yes.
I heard that producer John had a crazy idea. When he gets back from my Starbucks run, he may show up and let you guys know what he's got.
Producer John, I think, does a lot of drugs. Mr. Wallace, stop letting him in your medicine cabinet.
Hey, man, I got to get a better lock on my locker room.
You do, man. You really do.
Hey, I'm telling you, it's Dr. Perpendicular writing out all the prescription. He needs to get his doctor will take it away.
And that is
he's a doctor of jurisprudence, not a doctor of medicine.
But
somehow everybody's still getting the medication from him.
From what I've heard, it was Dr. Quack writing up all these prescriptions. It was his notepad, his little pad.
What doctor that is? We're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back. And we're back here. Actually, I saw something in that commercial there that made me really think here, because we have an Error of Reality member and a Shot Caller member. And we actually have a battle here. Bad Superman taking on Vagabond. Bossolini, how do you see this going down? Because there's a lot of history between you guys, right?
Hey, Shot Callers and Error of Reality been going at it everywhere on the planet, it seemed like.
For a long time.
It's a battle that's always going on. Now Vagabond is throwing his hat in the ring against one of my to steal the words, Young Guns. And the BADD. And if you don't know about Double D, he's a fighter. And he adapts to the situation. So I hope Vagabond's ready. Because he'll find out why bad things happen to bad people.
I mean, old school versus new school here. Definitely, two different breeds of promo artists. Mr. Wallace, how do you feel about Vagabond doing this match?
Man, I am very confident in my brother Vagabond that he's going to show up, show out, and represent Air Reality to the fullest. And not only do that, yeah, he's a different breed. When I say this man is gonna do some things, man, his creativity is on another level. And I don't know if Double D got enough creativity to match that. I don't even know if he has the vernacular or wordsmith artistry to match up against my man Vagabond. No diss to Bad Superman. I was very impressed with what he did against the villain in his debut HSP match. But man, hey, when you in HSP, this is where the big dogs roam, and hey, we number pit bulls over here in Air Reality.
More like chihuahuas.
Come on, boss. I love you.
No,
and I
that's
respect
Rig.
you.
He's a little chihuahua.
Oh man.
He has that big dog mentality, but he's such a small man.
Oh no.
Ooh.
So, Villain, how do you feel about that match? Because you got to take on Bad Superman.
I honestly respect both competitors. Bad Superman took it to me and pretty much gave me a one hell of a fight. At the end of the day, he still fell to the villain. I showed him that bad things happen to bad people. And it wasn't me, it was him.
Oh, man.
I haven't had the honor to go against Vagabond. Maybe somewhere down the line, me and him will go at it.
Hold on, don't get beside yourself now, young pup. Don't get beside yourself.
Oh, no.
I will show and when I get to the point, I will show Vagabond the same thing I showed against Bad Superman. So
I see somebody out in the audience
like
running their mouth.
I respect both competitors. I know they're gonna give you every single thing they got. It's just gonna be which version of Bad Superman shows up. To me, it's
good fighting strong in HSP.
In HSP, he has shown out every single time he's been on screen.
He has.
I will say this. I think this will be a coin flip match.
Brick, what do you got on this?
Well, first I got to address somebody in the comments. Well, if people in the back would stay out of my business, I wouldn't have to be telling everybody else about their business.
Oh.
Everybody keeps on getting into mine and want to get into piece of my action. It's like, I don't tell you what I'm doing, so why are you telling me what you're doing? I see it, so I got to call it out.
Oh,
but
no.
they want to go back and talk to me and call my stuff out, so I'm calling everybody else's stuff out.
Brick, is there a narc in the locker room? Uh-oh.
There's someone somewhere.
We got to go. We got to go.
Brick, before you continue on even further, if anybody, like, I've been watching these comments go left and right. They're talking about how, it seems like the big dogs are talking. Well, we're at least on screen talking. All you're doing is talking through a keyboard. So if you are such a big dog, you will show up on screen as well.
That's your
I think they've got their gun in their holsters, so to speak.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? I'm going to say it like this. The person that's running their mouth, the boss will be back soon. You can step on screen and you can see who a real bitch is.
Oh,
Actually,
you guys can't see who that is.
Actually, the only piece of action I'm getting is more than pie. I don't like pie. I've actually been losing weight.
Hey, Brick. Hey, Brick. You love pie.
Right.
You love Poo-Tang pie.
You know the boss loves.
That's the kind of pie I like.
Mr. Wallace, quit stealing what I'm
Let the boss
saying.
tell you a little story about pie.
Oh, man.
It's warm and it's good.
So
Tastes like warm apple pie.
Hey, congratulations on your 2 title victories over there, Austin Wild. I'll say that on camera.
Hey, that's hilarious. That's the guy that literally has been kicking Double G's ass all over this promo verse.
Yes, I know, right?
I love it. I love it. So that's why I'm so confident in this tag team match.
Upset. He's already been upsetted already.
And that's why Brick is confident as well, because and no diss to you, Austin Wild. It's just that, let's be honest, Austin Wild, every time I've seen you on the other side of the ring against me, well, it's the true definition of a squash match. So if I'm squashing the guy that is squashing Rig, then hell, Brick should always be confident about this matchup, and I'm damn sure confident in this tag team matchup. So
I'm telling
But
you.
here's the thing: in that tag team match, it ain't just Rig by himself.
Yeah, it's that crazy ass white one.
Hey, and that's fine. But guess what? Heathen is good, but he ain't that good to carry that big anchor like that. Come on now.
Hey man, I done seen Heathen do some things.
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't went head to head with Heathen. Heathen ain't he ain't no pushover.
Oh, I went head to head with Heathen too. Don't forget about the sweep in my debut, man. Come on. I know what's going on.
I gave him boost the asses when I seen him, but that's not the problem.
I'm talking bad about the Hellraisers. But let's move on here because I want to talk about one more match here. What's the matter?
I'll say about Bad Superman. I faced him. He beat me. I feel like Vagabond, like you said, is another breed. We'll have to see what happens. It's going to be entertaining. And I kind of go with Villain, too. It could be a coin flip.
That would be Bad Superman chiming in here.
That's my man's in them.
He is in the house. But yes.
Shot callers.
Yeah, I mean, because you got shot callers, Air of Reality. Hell, we might as well get to one more Air of Reality shot caller match. Talking about the championship. Got Mr. Wallace going after the reigning Pure Heart champion, A-List Alverson. And on the date of that show, he is tied for the record for the longest reign in Pure Heart history with the storyteller on that
Dr. Quack. He's not a shot caller.
A-List Alverson is a shot caller.
Yeah, A-List is a shot caller, man.
Yeah, I thought you said Mr.
It's okay,
Wallace.
John, go back to doing those drops.
No, you said Mr. Wallace first, so I thought you were talking about Mr. Wallace.
Hey, Brick. Come on, man. Hey, you're supposed to be the anchor. You supposed to be an analyst that knows this stuff. What are we doing,
A-List is a shot caller, but he said Mr. Wallace first.
He was in Mr. Wallace's cabinet. We see who been in the cabinet.
I think I found the culprit. I had 28 grams. If I got something less, I know who it was. I'm coming to you, Greg.
Oh my God.
I say nothing.
I'm not going to sit here and say I wasn't selling some of what you had.
I'm telling you. So, Mr. Wallace, you and A-List there and all that momentum, you guys have fought how many times?
One time here in HSP in the Fatal 4-Way. Over in Revolution, I was in the Fatal 4-Way with him. I was also in a 3 versus 3 tag team match, and then we had one solo battle.
And what's your record against him?
Yeah, it's a goose egg. 0-4. Wow. And but you know what? I'll just say this. When I laid it all on the line, I'm going to lay it all on the line in this match. All right. And I'm going to hold nothing back. And I'm telling you right now that this is the time that goose egg turns into one. All right. And I heard what you said, Quack, with the stat. He's tying Storyteller for the longest reign.
He is tying him.
Yeah, he's tying him. But on August 4th, and new Pure Heart champion, you're looking at him.
I mean, I even heard he had a match where he broke out a bigger toothpick than you.
See, and that's the thing. You can measure toothpicks all you want, but all this ducking and hiding, running from me, always finds himself in a multi-man match and running from an actual one-on-one battle, mano y mano. It's all ends tomorrow. It all ends on the 4th. There's no more running and no more ducking, no more hiding from the mister. It will be the Mister and the A-List. And this is the time that A-List goes down.
I don't know there, Mr. Wallace. If he's eating his Wheaties, saying his prayers, and taking his vitamins, you might have to pull the medicine out, do a couple double doses there to beat him.
Hey, like I said, I'm going to hold nothing back because I hear the noise. I hear all the chirping about what happens when I get in a match with A-List in any kind of circumstance. I hear it.
I'm hearing even your daughter's taunting you.
Man, my own flesh and blood, man.
Flesh and blood. That's blood.
My own flesh and blood. It's like this is the point where I feel like all the odds is against me, and I'm really trying to pull everything together to make sure that I end up on the winning side this time. And guess what? When it happens, just come back to this episode. It won't be no shock to me. It won't be no surprise to me, and it damn sure won't be categorized as an upset.
Well, Mr. Wallace, I'm going to use the same words you used to describe Brick Johnson: a wounded animal in the corner.
Mm-hmm. And my back is against the wall, and I'm tired of losing to that chump. I'm tired of losing to that fake Jersey Shore that couldn't make it in the mob Don guy, whatever he thinks he is. Oh, fake gangster, Italian mob gangster, whatever he thinks he is. But I'm going to show you that he's nothing but old backstreet, in sync, little bye to his title, some of them a bitch.
His title's going to go bye because Mr.
Boss,
Wallace is going to win.
We've seen the montages of A-list training. We've seen him on the exercise machine doing push-ups. I mean, do you think that's going to be enough for him to keep the title?
You hear us, boss?
Boss.
Oh, well, you said Mr. Wallace. That's the reason I am
Oh,
responding.
I'm sorry. I thought I said boss there. But yeah, I mean, you've seen him training. You've seen him working out. You've seen him doing push-ups. I mean, how else is he preparing to keep that title from Mr. Wallace?
Well, first thing, I'm not gonna give away the Big A secrets. He let you know what he wants you to know.
He does. He is very good at that.
And with all due respect, Mr. Wallace, I hear you out here barking like you Superman. The bad thing is A-list has been your kryptonite. So the question is, what this time, what are you gonna smack you with?
Oh no.
Oh, no. See, it's stuff like that is motivating me for this match tomorrow. See,
I want you to be motivated.
Oh,
see, the thing is, I want you to bring everything you got, because I don't need no excuses when you hear your winner and still pure heart champion.
Hey,
the true shot caller.
You have to worry. You don't have to worry about no excuses. I never made no excuses after I lost all 4 times. It is what it is.
Mr. Wallace, we got somebody at the catering for you.
Well, they bring a plate. I'm hungry too.
Ladies and gentlemen, this might say Mr. Wallace's number 2.
Yeah, hey, how's it going, everybody out there? Yeah, the number 2, Mr. Wallace, the real shit, man, How's everybody doing today, man? Yeah.
Please believe, once I get done collecting 2 championships and doing something that's never been done in HSP history, you fella, I got something for you too, because you've been I feel like you've been chomping at the bit to be the next victim on my list. I feel like you've been chomping at the bit.
Oh no.
Shit, I don't know about all that. The only thing I've been chomping at is this here toothpick, you know what I'm saying? But nah, for real. Look, I just want to come out and tell all you beautiful people out there that I can't wait to see what y'all do on the show.
Wait, hold up.
Cigarette.
What? You been in my locker, chump? It's one thing to impersonate me, but then you get into my locker.
I mean, it was there. I mean, what you want me to do? It was open. It was like, hey, come get all this. So I come and got it, and I would have got more, but then that villain dude come in and like blinded me, so I had to put on these glasses, and for some reason they say brick on the side of them. I don't know where they come from, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, you got brick sunglasses?
They was in the locker.
Oh wow.
I think his name should be Mr. Pickpocket instead of Mr. Wallace too.
Oh,
This man got some nerves.
Yep.
Got some nerves.
Oh my goodness.
Instead of
know what?
sticky icky, he got sticky fingers.
Oh no, the 5-finger discount coming out here at HSP.
See, where I'm from, you know what we do to thieves? We break their hands. And I want HSP to mark. I want HSP management to mark this after I get that Pure Heart Championship tomorrow. That fella down there, I want him to be my first defense. That
I
fella right
mean,
there.
now, you talk about thieves. Maybe if you had a stronger gimmick, maybe people wouldn't be stealing it so easily.
Oh my goodness.
Hey, Mr. Wallace, next time you're in the locker room with him, I'm just going to be like, I don't see a thing.
Please cover your eyes.
Handle your business.
I'm gonna break some
Handle
hands.
your business.
Make sure you cover up,
Brick. I love you, Brick. I do, but you can't see past your nose, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I can see down there. I can see right there. I can see farther than my nose.
Oh no. Well, since we got you here, Mr. Wallace, number 2. How do you feel about this match between Mr. Wallace and A-List?
I mean, both, Mr. Wallace number 1 and A-List, they got a history.
They do.
I mean, they got a big history out there. I mean, Wallace lost to him 5 times, but that's cool. I think Wallace can do it because he's Wallace number 1. Because Wallace number 2, he'd take a number 2. But A-List ain't something to be, you can't lay down on him. I think you need to lace your little with something a little bit stronger if you want to get in there. I mean, you the only one, that, you know what I'm saying? That ain't really had to do any of them authorized tests before a match. So I think you can get an advantage on A-List.
What?
I heard another voice. Who was that?
Yeah. I gotta get ice. He likes ice.
Somebody's got to get ice.
Oh shit! I'm hearing something.
I am
I'm hearing
here.
voices. I need to put this down.
I'm telling you, that might not be the good stuff for you. But Villain, how do you feel about this big match?
It's going to be a good match. And
It is.
seeing A-List versus Wallace multiple occasions, I think it could be about time where Mr. Wallace does pull it out because the Chicago Bears can find a way to take a game away from the Green Bay Packers every once in a while.
Okay.
The Chargers could take a game from the Kansas City Chiefs every once in a while.
Everybody's sitting here talking all
Now, see, then there you go, talking about Kansas City. I mean, what kind of barbecue sauce you got going on, Villain? Nothing.
Oh boy.
Who needs barbecue sauce when you have all the beer in the world?
Beer, cheese, bratwurst, and cabbage.
I'm going to sit here and say this now. I can see Mr. Wallace walking out with the championship.
Who took the pie from the office?
Even the whipped cream? Oh,
Whipped
that's
cream? What the hell's going on?
well, I don't know. Seeing as we got a 5-finger discounted down at below,
Yeah.
I think that should be culprit number 1.
You better not.
Well, you ain't got to worry about Brick. Brick don't like pie.
Yeah, Brick don't like pie, so we're okay.
Wait,
there.
no. Define. I have to define it. I like food.
No.
No,
Brick said he don't
you
like
said
pie.
you don't like pie.
Brick said he
You
don't
can't
like pie.
change it now.
Who tank pie? We
No,
didn't
you
define
can't
what
change it
kind.
now. You said
No.
you don't like pie.
Wait a minute. Hold up. We don't need to be talking like that out in the post. We still trying to get that contract with Disney.
That's
Yeah,
been long
but
gone.
you steal the pie?
Wallace,
Maybe.
It's
Wallace,
a
go
wonderful
back to chewing on your
day for
toothpick.
pie.
Keep the wood in your mouth and stay in your place, okay?
Man, people stealing
I mean, I ain't moved. I don't know what place you talking about, boss.
You were talking to number 2, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
I said number 2. Pay attention. Pay attention.
Yeah. See, I'm number 2 because I'm the real shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Mr. Wallace, number 2 is from Kansas City, Kansas, not Kansas City, Missouri.
That's right. That's right. Important one. That's right.
I thought this was from Kansas City, Oklahoma.
Louisiana.
Oh man. Well, speaking of Louisiana, there actually is one more match I want to talk about here before we get off the air, and this has been heating up here. This has been chaos against the storyteller, former Pure Heart champion, going against a man making his debut here from all over the promo world. I'm going to start with Brick Johnson here because he is our top analyst that knows a lot of things about the promo world. How do you see this match?
Hold on. I don't know about nothing about some top.
Ooh.
He's an analyst.
I'm over you, so
I'm not an analyst. I'm a promo artist.
Hey, I feel we need to have an impromptu post match right now.
You act like an analyst, but you just look there
because
and look dumb. So
if you were actually doing your job, I wouldn't need to act like an analyst.
Oh,
I do my job. So thanks for posing
Apparently
like me.
Pretty shitty, just like your promo career.
No.
Where's intern Kyle when I need him?
I know. I miss intern Kyle. He did a great job. He always brought me the paper every day.
Yeah, but he's moved on. He's taking care of other business. I think he's interning for a college now, trying to get a degree.
And that's a good thing.
Yeah, I finally got my office back.
Your important one.
Say again?
About pie and everything. Of course, this man shows up. El Fudio.
Hey,
Fudio.
He likes cake.
I do. Happy birthday.
Where's all your ties?
I'm dressed down. I'm a little casual today, as you can tell by my flowy shirt.
Ooh, I like that shirt. That's actually a pretty cool looking shirt.
Who are you?
That's El Fudio.
It says El Fudio. Do you not read?
Fudio.
And you say you're an analyst and that you're a promo artist, and you don't know who El Fudio is?
How disrespectful of you, villain.
You
That is
better
El
recognize,
Fudio.
'cause one day you will need a birthday too.
Are
Where's
you
El
my
Skinny
rodeo
Man?
clown? Are you the rodeo clown I ordered?
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday!
El Fudio, where's El Skinny Man?
I did talk to El Skinny Man. He's at the gathering of the Jigglypuffs, and they're having a great time.
Oh man, I want to go to the gathering.
So he's at the rodeo, is what you're saying.
They're having a good time.
Okay.
Woot, woot.
Oh my goodness! And you're getting ready to fight in a tag team match your upcoming next show. How are you preparing for that, El Fudio?
A birthday cake.
Birthday cake? What kind of birthday cake?
A Fundafatty.
Ooh.
Well, I guess I could announce at the commercial that since you let the cat out of the bag, the contract is almost signed. We're waiting for one name, but
is he going to sign it?
Los Dos Luchas are taking on Hollywood Haywood and whoever he can find as a partner.
Yeah, he has been searching.
We shall have a festive time.
And that's going to be a #1 contenders tag team qualifier match.
I heard Hollywood Haywood found Sir Captain again. Maybe they could both sleep down on the job again.
The other name has not yet been added to the contract, and the stipulation states if Hollywood Haywood doesn't have a person on that contract by showtime, it's Hollywood Haywood and his ego.
Yeah, it might be a 2-on-1 handicap match.
That just sounds like Shawn Michaels and God versus the McMahons.
But El Fudio and Skinny Man will be taking on Hollywood Haywood and somebody.
And we'll beat him like a piñata.
Oh, I'm already hearing this, folks.
I want to see you whip him 1,000 times with a pencil.
Oh, man.
Oh, yes. We shall do it. Along with the power of the pinky promise.
Oh, yeah.
Pinky promise.
Oh, my God. Well, folks, let's get into our final thoughts here. Let's get into this.
Oh, yes. Yes. Final thoughts.
I want to hear your final thoughts because this is definitely great to hear from you.
On what?
On anything. Anything you have. Final thoughts.
I like birthday cake. And I like a dance parties. And I really look forward to my very first matchup with my partner, El Skinny Man, here in the HSFP. And before my final thoughts are up, everybody join me with a few seconds of dancing.
Yeah!
Yay!
El Pudio, El Pudio, El Pudio, El
Oh,
Pudio, El Pudio, El
Happy
Pudio.
birthday.
Happy birthday. Oh, wow. Somebody does not like you, El Fudio, the biggest disgrace around.
Wow.
Well, you tell whoever that is that they won't get a birthday party.
Oh, that looks like Rig.
He'll come around.
He didn't like you on Monday, did he?
He's just a little grumpy. You can see him smirk from time to time, you know.
He didn't get the birthday cake, so he was
Riggs
a little
just upset
angry.
he's not taller than the candles on the birthday cake.
He is a short little photo, man.
All right.
That's that Napoleon syndrome.
Oh, man.
They said little
Napoleon
chihuahua.
complex.
I don't know where Mr. Wallace number 2 went, but I guess we'll go to Villain here. Any final thoughts?
So I want to settle something that I've heard via a hype this past week. What the heck's going on?
All right. Well, now we've heard from one half of the Highway Hellraiser.
Okay, never mind. I was, for some reason, I started hearing Facebook, like a Facebook ring. But I'm going to settle a score from a hype that this happened this past week. Enforcer, if you honestly do not like me shitting all over what you've been doing, then you need to step up a bit. Because all you've given us has been shit.
Ooh.
God, Enforcer there getting comments. Brick, final thoughts.
Yeah.
I think the show will be great. You know, every match is going to be good up and down, and
Yes.
I'm going to beat Riggs' ass.
Okay.
All right.
Mr. Wallace number 2.
Mr. Wallace number 2.
I just want to say I'm glad to see everybody out here, and especially Boss. I'm glad to see you up and doing a little bit better, dog. And number 1, I don't know what you had in that Ziploc bag, but this right here is looking really good right now.
Oh, boy.
He's swafty.
He's got his own party, El Fudio.
Yeah, that's what happens when you get into my medicine cabinet. It comes with the side effect of the munchies.
Boss, final thoughts.
The boss.
Let's
see some
see.
white powder
Layman's
on that.
term. Shot callers 2. Air reality 0.
Buy the Boss Sauces merch.
And Mary Sue is going to be the heathen.
Where
And the
has
brick
she been?
And the
I
brick
haven't
is gonna run wild. So, Rig, what you gonna do when Brick runs wild on you, brother?
All right.
Where has Mary Sue
Senator,
been?
Mr. Wallace, go ahead. Final thoughts.
Yeah, my final thoughts is be prepared for some history to be made on August 4th. Because your boy Mr. Wallace is walking out with not just 1, but 2 championships tomorrow. He's going to be the first ever tag team champion and the new Pure Heart champion.
Cocaine is a hell
All
of a
right,
drug.
Mr. Wallace.
Important one.
I like it, Mr. Wallace.
All right. So if you
Right,
haven't
boss.
set your calendar reminder to be watching the show tomorrow, Firestarter, why haven't you? Second of all, buy Boss's merch. Check out redbubble.com. Heart and Soul Fed in the search bar. And besides Mr. Wallace, you got Bartolini's merch. You got Mr. Wallace's merch. You've got Villains merch. You got Brick Johnson merch. You got Dr. Quack podcast merch.
And
Get
buy
you
me
some merch
too.
and check out a great show tomorrow.
We need to get some El Fudio merch. Yes.
And don't forget to Mr.
El Pudio, El Pudio, El Pudio, El Pudio, El Pudio, El Pudio. Hey, El Pudio is the man.
Rainbow for president.
Yeah.
Rainbow for president.
Y'all can start
Jeffy
calling me
for
Where's
president.
Jeffy?
Mr.
We need
El
Jeffy in here.
Fudio.